But yeah, I'm gonna just run through a few rappers who I think is definitely in that conversation. When I was younger, people all spoke about Slick Rick as one of the greatest hip hop storytellers. He had an album called Adventures of Slick Rick back in the day. But you know, you got Tupac. But was he a great storyteller? I don't know. I mean, he definitely told stories well. He was a good writer. Nas, for me, is one of my favorite storytellers. Intricate kind of lyrically way of storytelling. He doesn't always make full sense when he's rapping, but I like how Nas puts together stories. Eminem, not my favorite, but I think has to be on the list. He does have a lot of songs that tell stories about different things. Not my favorite, but I can see why he'd be in the conversation. We mentioned Ice Cube. Jay-Z, I wouldn't put him as a great storyteller, but I put him up there with, in terms of rappers that make the most sense in raps. Because a lot of rappers sometimes just go off on one, but Jay-Z kind of stays making sense throughout his songs. But yeah, I wouldn't put him as the greatest storyteller. But what I will tell you, go check out the song from his Blueprint 2 album, which was, it was called Meet the Parents. Woo! That was a story to tell. Go check that out, Meet the Parents. Probably one of my favorite Jay-Z songs ever. Great story. No chorus, just go check it out. Yo, Kendrick Lamar, definitely up there as a great storyteller. I don't think he could be the greatest, but he's definitely up there. I love it. He had a few of them in his second album. Very good stories on that album. Scarface, definitely top 5. When I was younger, it was Slick Rick, Scarface, Ghostface as well. I don't know if I put him in my top 5 or greatest storytellers, but you know, he's up there. Andre 3K, I don't really know him for storytelling, but he's just super lyrical. Cool G Rap, before my time. I'm gonna keep it real. So you lot who are old enough, let me know if he's in your top bunch of storytellers. Rakim, I wouldn't put him as a storyteller, although I've heard a good couple songs of him telling good stories. But when I think of Rakim, I don't think of great storyteller. Me personally, it's more that's like lyrical metaphors, deep lyrical language. KRS-One, yeah, he could tell a story, 100%. His nickname is the teacher, so he's got to be up there in terms of storytellers. He's always teaching people. J. Cole, you know what? J. Cole, besides the old school 90s rappers that I really like their storytelling, of the newer school, although J. Cole's been around for about 10 years now, but of the newer bunch in the last decade, J. Cole is probably one of the best. In fact, any song I hear of J. Cole, he's telling a story, and they're always pretty good and lyrical. So if you can be lyrical and tell a good story, then you definitely got to be up there in the conversation, to be honest. And he makes sense. He's like a combination of a Nas, Jay-Z with the sense and lyricalness. You could arguably say he's the best. I just put it out there. J. Cole's the best storyteller. Anyway, Common, very good at storytelling. I love it on his 97 album. Oh man, I can't remember what it's called now. But it's the one with Lauryn Hill on the album. Very good stories on that album. There's one that he had a story about his house getting broken into. Whether it's a true story or not, I don't know. But he said, what was it called now? It's stolen moments or something. Anyway, Lupe Fiasco's on the list. not so familiar with Lupe Fiasco. My favorite song of his was All Black Everything, which is still the song I love. One of my favorite rap songs probably ever. Top like 30 rap songs for me. And then DMX, very good storyteller. Very good. Underrated storyteller actually. But I wouldn't put him in the top 5. Nah. Big L, not so familiar with him, but he was just mad lyrical. They should do a movie on this guy or a documentary, because the amount of praise he gets for his lyrical skills, and he doesn't really get that light still in the day and age where everybody gets light. It's YouTube age. But the rest on the list, I'll go through it quick. Mos Def. I wouldn't say some great storyteller, but I've heard him tell some good stories. Lil Wayne should not be on this list. I'm sorry for the Wayne fans out there. Lil Wayne is not a storyteller. I'm sorry. I know he's had that song How to Love, which was a good song. I think it was a great song. I don't think it was a great story. And can you think of a great Lil Wayne story? He's great lyrically, his style of rap, his personality, but he hasn't got like classic stories. Unless you're a super Lil Wayne fan, then you'll know a classic or great bunch of stories he's done. But the casual fan or like a general hip-hop fan, I can't think of any. I mean, Immortal Techniques on here, I'm not familiar with his stuff like that at all. Ice-T, can't say I'm crazily familiar with his stuff. Legend, but I don't know. King Von, okay. I'll take your word for that. I'm not a fan of King Von. You know what I mean? But I heard he's good at storytelling. I did hear that. But I never really checked the guy out, really. And the last on this list that I've compiled that I've researched is ASAP Rocky. What? Yeah, ASAP Rocky, yeah. No, I wouldn't put ASAP Rocky in the greatest hip-hop storytellers at all.